Hey guys, so I just got home from the Spider-Man Brand New Day premiere, and I gotta tell you, embargo is in 6.5 hours. So I'm recording this right now, and then I'm going to go to bed. And when you are watching this at 6 a.m. Pacific time, I am probably sound asleep. But I got to see the first 30 minutes because I had covered the junket for Movie Phone. So I had already seen the first 30 minutes. And so my expectations were so high from the first 30 minutes. I was like, I laughed, I cried. There were surprises. There were exciting surprises that I hope aren't ruined for you yet. I haven't gone on the interwebs, but I'm sure somebody spoiled some stuff for you. But there are surprises. The action is insane. The song choices are incredible. The score is amazing. So just in the first 30 minutes, I was like, oh, damn. Like, this is going to be a great movie, I think. Fingers crossed. And guess what? It still beat the massively high expectations that I had for it. Now, listen, I'm going to start off. I'm just going to say it. I literally need Spider-Man and Punisher in every single movie that I see for the rest of my life. You guys, Jon Bernthal and Tom Holland together are so funny. They're so much fun. It's exactly what I wanted from the dynamic of Spider-Man and Punisher. It makes perfect sense. I know it's hard to think like, Punisher is super R-rated and like, how can he fit into this? Like, he kills people and he swears a lot and he's kind of terrible and he's violent and he's bloody. I mean, I love him. Don't get me wrong. Not terrible, but you know what I mean? Terrible by Spider-Man standards. So how's he going to fit into Spider-Man's universe? And yes, we have them meet in the comics all the time, but like, how are we going to do it in a PG-13 movie? Well, they did it, y'all. They did it. It was so brilliantly done. He's seamlessly woven into this universe, and the dynamic between the two of them is just phenomenal. Like I said, I need this in every single movie going forward for the rest of my life, and I'll be really sad if I don't get that. Okay. Let's talk about it. The elephant in the room. I'm not going to spoil it. This is a spoiler-free review, and I know spoilers are out there, and I don't care. But I'm going to talk to you about Sadie Sink. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything about her character. What I am going to tell you is that, to no one's surprise, she absolutely crushes it in this movie. She's so good. From the very first moment we're introduced to her, it's like, oh my God, she gave me chills. And then the more we get to see of her and the more we get to learn about this character and this character's backstory and what this character is up to, like, she just eats up this role. There is a scene, two scenes really in particular. I mean, she's great in everything, don't get me wrong. But there's like two scenes toward the end that she just... she's so good. She steals the scene. Like, it, even though all the parties in these scenes are so good. I'm trying to say this without spoilers. She's phenomenal. This woman, we know she can act. We know she's so good, but wow. What she does with this character has me just super, super excited for the future. I think she's amazing. I hope we see lots and lots and lots more of her. Sadie's great. Amazing. Okay. But what this movie is at its core really is Peter's decision that he made in No Way Home. I always get the home ones mixed up. I had to think about it. His decision that he made at the end of No Way Home, the consequences are real. The consequences are here. The consequences are raw and emotional, you know? And this takes place a few years later, and the way they jump through time to get us there is very well done. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But we're getting sad Peter. Like, Peter's lonely, y'all. Peter's been doing this on his own, and he's really just, he dived headfirst into Spider-Man, into saving New York. Like, this is New York. We get Spider-Man in New York, and it's so great. But he really has just let Spider-Man take over his life, right? He has let himself just become Spider-Man, and he's left Peter to the side, kind of, and that's really taking a toll on him emotionally and in other ways that I won't talk about. But he really, you see this side of him that, we haven't really gotten this dark, dark, dark side of him. And he's trying to do this alone, and that's hard. And so this really is like a testament to like having that community and having those people and having people you can lean on when you need to lean on people. And, that's what MJ and Ned were for him. And now they don't know who he is. I mean, no one knows who he is, right? No one knows that. So he has no one to go to. May's gone. And his world has kind of crumbled all around him. And he's just really just trying to be Spider-Man, to kind of forget about everything else. And it's really, really sad. We get to see a lot of really cool tech stuff as well. That is what I will say. Getting to see, Mark Ruffalo I'm always happy to see Mark Ruffalo. So I was very happy that we get a little bit of Hulk, a little bit of Bruce Banner in this movie. And the way that's worked in is done very well as well. I'm expecting some of that fallout maybe to be in, I don't know if it will be in Doomsday, but there's some stuff that happened with him that I expect to mean something a little later. It's so hard to do this without spoilers. I really love seeing Hulk and Peter together. Or I should say in Spider-Man, Hulk and Spider-Man together. Really enjoyed that. But here's the thing. I loved having MJ and Ned back on screen. And you've seen a little bit in the trailers and the footage and stuff that's been released. This is hard for Peter. And so to have the three of them on screen, as in Spider-Man and MJ and Ned, and obviously you guys know they're going to cross paths. We know this. The stuff that happens there, it's so emotional. And I expected to get emotional. Like I said, in the first 30 minutes that I watched, I cried twice. And then I re-cried. Is that a word? I cried again watching those 30 minutes. But then in particular, there's some real moments later that had me and sobbing, especially towards the end. There's some stuff that really, really got me. And it makes you kind of appreciate your community and your people. And it makes you realize everyone needs their people. Everyone needs their community. So of course Peter needs his. And so it's really, really sad to see him without that. It's heartbreaking, gut-wrenching. The score, so good. The score is incredible, especially during the big action sequences, which let me tell you, the action is so great. The choreography is great. I mean, come on. We knew what Destin could do with Shang-Chi, so I'm not surprised because the action in that, it's more martial arts, sure, but we get a lot of that. The Hand, very, very cool. Some very, very cool stuff. A lot of great visuals. Not a lot of CGI issues, not any CGI issues, which with a movie like this, sometimes you're like, ooh, there's that little CGI thing, that little thing that you did there didn't work, but it's fine. I forgive it. There really wasn't any of that in this movie. I do feel like I was excited to see Michael back as Scorpion. And I was excited to see more of the villains. And I feel like we didn't really get that. There's a villain, but that story progresses, that part of the story progresses very quickly. But I do feel like the villains are a bit of an afterthought. I was kind of excited to have classic villains on screen with Spider-Man, and we got that. We did. It just wasn't nearly as much as I expected. And again, it moves through very quickly. Hand is very cool, though. The Hand is very, very cool. For those who have read the comics, I think there's a lot of stuff you're going to love here. And for those who just love the first three of Tom Holland's movies, there's a lot you're going to love here. Tom Holland is so good. And I've said this many a times. You can probably find me saying this on the internet somewhere, but I felt like Tobey Maguire was very, very good at Spider-Man. I felt like Andrew Garfield was very, very good at Peter Parker. And Tom Holland is just so good at both. And so to see him struggling between the two and really leaning more into Spider-Man was kind of exciting this time around. And he just absolutely nails it. This is some of Zendaya's best acting. There's a couple scenes that just absolutely destroyed me that she's so good in. Just like one-on-one scenes. And I won't get into more detail of that, but so good. There's so much I want to talk about and I can't because it's spoilery. Maybe I'll do a spoiler live next week or something because I just want to keep rambling and I should probably stop because pretty soon I'm going to say something I shouldn't. So what I will tell you is it was incredible. The action was great. The score was great. The cinematography was great. The story is great. Villains feel like a little bit of an afterthought and maybe it's a little too long. It's 2.5 hours and it was long, but it didn't feel that way. Punisher and Spider-Man forever, Spidey and Punisher forever. I was trying to do a heart, but I'm holding this, so I can't really do it. So, right, there we go. Spidey and Punisher forever, please. Put them in everything together forever for the rest of my life. I mean, every movie. I'm not just talking Marvel. Just find a way to stick Spider-Man and Punisher in every movie, ever. And I will watch it. Absolutely loved this movie. It's so good. I can't wait to see it again, and I can't wait for you all to get to see it this weekend.